and we will start again. Okay, let's retweet to the news stream, and then we are ready to go. Okay, so viewers are coming in the room. Hello viewers. Bit of a pain, I had a Windows update. Can you believe it? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm just getting set up here and then we'll be ready to go. Windows update, of all things, right in the middle of me starting my race. And we got Mad Hatter in the room. Good. We have a regular YouTube viewer. Hello Mad Hatter. And let's get stuck in, and we can see what we can see. Hi Chris. Hi everybody. Good to see people coming in. Such a pain, you know. You get set up with a stream, everybody starts watching, and then suddenly, boom. So right, let's get this set up for you guys, and then we're ready to go. New stream. I'm just getting set up. I'll be right then. So we're looking at F1 2017 on the Xbox One X again here, because it's good on the Xbox One X. Right, good to see you all back again now. Hello El. And we've got Ryan here, known us since the great PGR3 days. Absolutely, Team VVV were a mighty esport team back then. I mean, just a quick chat before we start. You know, we've been watching the F1 eSports, and actually, has anybody been watching the F1 eSports here as well? Let's. So let's learn how to play it first. Going way too wide there on the AstroTurf. Oh, I'm looking at the text. Yeah, I mean it was good. I mean I enjoy seeing a bit of it. I'm actually going to read some of your text. I should put in a lap, shouldn't I, quickly as it's qualifying, and concentrate on the driving rather than the text. Let's see. Does it allow me to put in another lap? I don't know. We'll see. Let's concentrate on this for a minute, and then I'll look at some of your messages. So you can't just, you've got to practice anything with this eSports lark. You know, you've got to play it for hours. So when we were playing Project Gotham Racing 2 years ago, yeah, I mean I could have competed with the best in the world back then, but you have to put in so many hours to compete with these guys. You know, they're on like F1 all day, every day, and they know, you know, every line into every corner and how to maximise that. That doesn't mean you're going to win though. It doesn't mean that you can do it. I mean, look at me, I'm just learning my way around at the moment. But, you know, you've really got to practice loads. So it's obviously a bit easy for me, isn't it, in terms of difficulty, because that wasn't a good lap. Let's beat Lewis. button is DRS though? That's the thing. What button is DRS? A, B, X, Y. Which one? I'm way deep into that corner, aren't I? Oh, it's so easy to spin out, isn't it? It's going to be a better lap then. Let's pit now. Is there a pit lane limiter? I have no idea. We're just going to go nice and slow. Okay. Let's see some of your comments now. Why am I wearing gloves? I find it comfortable. I find it comfortable on the wheels, the many different wheels I use. I wore the gloves as a bit of a joke this year at E3, and I tested all these different steering wheels with them, and I actually found them quite comfortable. They're quite comfortable on the hand. Your hands also get a bit sweaty on the wheels, and this sort of takes it away from that, so you have a nice good grip on the wheel. And also sometimes the sweat from your hands damages the material, the Alcantara material on the wheels now. So I actually find that as I use so many different rims, they've come in really handy, really handy. So the gloves are definitely quite practical. If you look at the Sparko gloves that are out now, they actually, a lot of eSport players are wearing them that use controllers, and again it takes the sweat away from where your controller gets a bit sweaty when you're under pressure and you're stressed. It doesn't. It takes it all. It's like a hand nappy, and it works really well. So they have a practical use. Let's see some of your questions there. Ryan was commentating on the qualifying rounds. That's great. That's great. I mean, it's a high level of skill there, but the top three in the finals were definitely way ahead of everybody else. But perhaps there might have been some people with some damage that were holding people up. And got Motorsport 101 here as well. Hi guys.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 44.
It is a good time for an update. Let's talk a bit about eSports just for a second, I guess. Yeah, it was good fun watching it today. It's good seeing the motor industry taking more interest in racing games and stuff like that. I think it's, you know, I was doing this commentary 10 years ago on X League TV, and in many ways X League TV was even superior coverage to what we saw tonight. You know, we had a really great setup for it, minus the stars and the setting. But it you know, it's taken a long time for the eSports concept to get somewhere. It's not there yet. It's still a bit all over the place, but it will develop in time. I mean, there's potential there for it. A hand nappy, yeah. Well, you know, whatever. Right, let's try again, shall we? Let's drive out, shall we?
Let's go.
I'm probably going to smack into a wall. So is this automatic or manual? What's the default? Okay, it's manual. It's automatic along the pitch. I suppose you can make it manual then. Okay, so this is all automatic. Alright. Don't know when it's going to give me control again. Okay. Top 3 prediction for tomorrow's race? Well, watching qualifying today was quite depressing in the sense that the Mercedes were so far ahead of everybody that it was almost depressing just the gap back to Ferrari. it shows that it's engine-wise, it was a real engine circuit, and that Mercedes can still push their engines very hard, because you can see that in the straight line speed of the Force India as well. The sense that Mercedes are just strong at this circuit. I think what was interesting was the gap between Felipe Massa and of course Stroll, which was no, I'm trying to slow down too much there, so I was braking too late into that corner. I mean, you're watching those guys earlier. I mean, they are the best in the world at this game. And like you say, so much practice required to get up to that level. Is Y DRS? No. What about X? No. Okay, still don't know what the DRS button is, doesn't matter. Too deep into that corner, aren't I, there?
Lewis is in first position, P1.
No, that one. Much happier with 6 gears. Searching for gears right now, aren't I? Way too quick in that section, aren't I? And then that messed me up there. So just learning. I mean, don't know much about this game on the whole, but it's very much a slow in, fast out game. I'm finding that old styly, really slow into the apex, so you get a good line out of it. That's the way to. That's the way to do it. Too wide there, trying to carry too much speed this time. Trying to nibble too much of the final corner there. Oh, did I run out of fuel? Oh, sorry. That's my qualifying over. Lets me think I'm just miles away. Yep, that's fine. Well, there we go then. Can I just teleport back to the pits?
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Oh no. Well, anyway, I was enjoying that, so I was miles away. Let's look at some of your questions while I'm trying to keep it in a high gear and work my way back to the pits. Yeah, I mean, it was depressing to see how far ahead Mercedes were of you know, Ferrari, and like you say, we need Renault to come back next year with a new engine that's much more powerful, that's able to compete. You know, it'd be nice for McLaren as well to, you know, have a decent car next year that they can compete with. Yeah, I mean, I interviewed Rudy this week. I had a chat with him as well. Turns out Rudy's a VVV viewer, which is good. And that interview is coming up next week. I just had a chat with Rudy about what's it like at McLaren, what's it like in the official McLaren simulator. Oh, please let it just get back to the pits. This is the most exciting stream of F1 you guys have ever seen. Ever. Forget that stream earlier today. No, rubbish. You've got me crawling back to the pits at 10 mile an hour. Oh, come on, make it. We're nearly there now. Please.
Lewis is currently P2.
Okay, we've made it. Made it. That's skills. 8th gear skills. Right. Okay, so that's that. Can we just end this session? Do we have to go out again? I'd run out of fuel for those that have just joined. I had to get back to the pits because I literally had no fuel in the car. So I just put it into... and hello to Noop as well. Yep, Vettel there needs to just come top 9. Should be easy for him tomorrow. Cruising round on his own in 3rd. I mean, there's not really much action I can see in terms of the front runners tomorrow. I think the midfield battles are going to be more interesting. But a lot of the season is sort of tied up, isn't it? Okay. We're doing full qualifying here, aren't we? Which is a bit of a, which was a mistake to make, wasn't it? We won't drive out this time. We'll just do a fast lap. Let's go. To Alex, no, they won't put Rudy into a real car. Oh, it's got to go through this, doesn't it? Traffic lights thing. No, they won't put Rudy into a real car. I mean, Rudy, to be fair, he's been a racing driver before. He's physically fit. He'll deal with a lot of different physical attributes in the McLaren simulator. So let's talk about professional simulator for a moment. Firstly, you need 160 bars of pressure to press the brake pedal in the simulator. That means you're physically pushing your back into the seat to actually press the brake pedal. And the steering wheel is so strong that if you crash, it will break your arms. You'll actually break your arms on the steering. That's how strong the force feedback is. It's serious stuff. It's real. So they had to make it like that, so the feedback is absolutely accurate, and the telemetry data is real. But it's not just that. They've all kind of vibration sensors and everything around the car and the simulator, so you can feel the wheels, you can feel the brake temperature and everything. Everything's conveyed to the drivers in terms of as much of when they add and you winglet to the car, does it cause more vibration? Are you feeling changes in the corner? Stuff like that. It's a simulation on another level in terms of the data. You know, commercial simulators are like that. Too close to that fence then.
You've just put in the fastest lap. Good job.
Well, if I knew how to do DRS, that would help me a bit. That all wrong, didn't I? This is on the Xbox One X, which is basically identical to the PC version, really. So let's work our way around this lap, bank this lap, and then get back to the pits so we don't run out of fuel completely. Oh.
You'll need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
Got that wrong. Ah! Trying to go too quickly in that same slow corner. It's a struggle, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, yeah, Brazil's been a mixed bag. It's been good these last few years, Brazil. I mean, years ago it had some very boring races at Brazil as well. And Suzuka, the same. They can tend to spread out. It just really depends, you know, year on, year out. I mean, Abu Dhabi's had a few interesting races, but the cars have always struggled to overtake each other. That's the problem. Despite the DRS zones, you get all the action at the end of that sort of second DRS zone, if you like, generally. So Taze was at the Abu Dhabi a couple of years ago. Wow, very lucky, very nice. Grand Prix like that are good, in particular when you have somewhere to go, some access to something. I think that adds a lot to it. And let's just see here.
So far our fastest lap is a 1:41.8.
Which is ours. So how do we go to session info? Accelerate time. I don't care, I've already qualified, so it's fine. Abu Dhabi is a wonderful scenic view, isn't it? The sunset, the change in lighting, it's nice. It'd be nice if more tracks did that sort of thing in a way. You know, different challenges for the drivers, different temperature variations of the course as it changes. That would affect the tyres. I think we need tyres that wear more. I think you need at least 2 pit stops a race to make it interesting. Let's just tweak this and then we are good to go. And let's see how we get on. I wish I knew how to restream on Facebook as well. I don't know how to do that. Don't know how people do that. But oh right, I thought we'd done that. They're all out there now. I'm still first. Busy. Okay. I could have just double pressed I didn't realise that. There we go. So we're doing pole position run now. Halo is sadly still coming to Formula 1, but the shark fin and the coat hanger have gone, which is good. Which is good. Okay, let's get on with a flying lap. Let's just get this done. Monaco at night would be good. Not good for the residents, mind you. Perhaps some who aren't into Formula 1 and want to get some sleep, but certainly oh, if I can figure out first. I don't know.
Lewis is ahead of you.
Okay. And I can't figure out. No. What button? What button is DRS? Which is a bit of a pain. Never mind. We'll do it without DRS. See if I can just whack in a quick lap without DRS, so it wouldn't be as quick as it would be, but at least it would be quite quick. Way too fast around there, wasn't getting my line right at all. If any of you guys are watching, can do me a favour and just retweet the new stream link. So I think a lot of people are trying to click on the old link. If you could do that, that'd be a big help. Way too much speed into that final corner then.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
You think with DRS, that would have been a 139. Well, that's not too shabby given the fact that I don't play this. Probably like 5 seconds off of the eSport guys, mind you. This button? No. What about this one? That's DRS.
You've got 2 laps of fuel left.
Okay, that's fine. I see you have a wind sound effect. Okay, that's fine. Let's change my braking point, obviously.
Lewis is in P3.
Oh, Larry through there. Felt like Lance Stroll, didn't it, through there? Bit of Larryness. And Davidson was really giving Lance Stroll a pat on the back earlier, wasn't he? Oh, what an incredible lap from Lance. What? He's in 16th and his teammate's in 10th. So great about that lap, man. Oh, but it shows his fight and his energy in the car. Whatever.
You're nearly out of fuel. Almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps.
Brake a bit earlier this time. Clattered the curb set. Damn, messed up that lap. That was a real shame. Oh, and I forgot about the fuel. Ah, oh, goodness me. Ah, it's alright. Can I just teleport back to the pits? Does anyone know? Oh well. Almost professional driving here tonight. Almost. I am a semi-professional racing driver. Yeah? Semi-professional racing driver. Talladega Nights can tell you many things, and that's what I am.
Less than a lap of
Yes,
fuel
press
now.
pause
Tank
and then
is
return to
empty.
garage. Right, good. Okay. Brilliant. Saves all that nonsense, doesn't it? Thank you, Chris. Awesome. So, while we look at some session info, I'll look at some of your comments. It's very difficult to read comments and drive. So, what do we got here? Fuel stops are back next year too? No, but I would like fuel back personally. I think besides tyres, it added a different slant to things. It added more strategy. I missed that extra strategy not being there now, you know. I think at the same time we still need the changes in terms of, you know, what do we need? I think, like you say, the downforce levels are so critical to the front and rear wings. You know, that creates so much turbulence that we still can't. It's still very difficult to follow other cars closely through corners. Shake and bake, absolutely. Shake and bake, absolutely. Love that film.
So qualifying is complete.
Stroll is, I mean, basically, Stroll's dad has a lot of money, and so he basically bought. What's that then? See, this is like my first time playing through. What? No, get through that. Gotta get.
Can happen in Formula 1.
Oh no! Don't show us the logo. No, please. That just bans my stream.
But we've still got work to do.
Still got work to do. Tell you what, Lewis can try it. I'll give him a bit of a nudge. That'll make him think twice. Okay, so race strategy. What is the race strategy? Okay. Okay. Drive conservatively. Okay. I haven't a clue. Now Chris is the man. I haven't a clue how to change my engine mode from standard to lean and all that business. Alright, that's fine. Do you know what? We're just gonna... Let's get out of that. You know, let's just do it. Let's just do it. No car setup. No training. eSport champion. Do it. Come on. The pressure. Feel the pressure. Going wide on turn 1. Goodness me. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're okay.
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Guys are right behind me somewhere, but my mirrors are off the screen, so I can't see out my mirrors. Doesn't matter. We've got a bit of a gap, haven't we? Got to really learn to find the line through there, haven't I? Oh! Bollard in the face. Have a bit of bollard in the face. I'm not pulling away as much as I thought I would. Actually, I thought I was just going to dominate this first lap. Very progressive through that corner, isn't it? Just getting a bit more progressive. A bit tidier now. Let's make it nice and tidy, make it look professional, even if it's not quick. Got the power way too early there, spoiled that hairpin entirely. Dirt 4 physics update. I wouldn't expect. I don't know what Codemasters are doing on Dirt 4 at the moment. I don't expect too much more to be done for Dirt 4. I would say they're probably going to be working on their next project, which is, you've got to assume it's going to be something like Dirt Rally 2, to get back onto Dirt Rally, get it all back to form. I think Dirt Rally 2 would be the way forward for them. In the meantime, Codemasters have got Onrush, probably a new grid game, Onrush, and then of course now it's a guaranteed every year F1 deal. You know, Liberty Media seem much more playable in terms of new technology than Bernie, so well, for Onrush, we haven't really seen enough of it yet, really. We'll just have to wait and see what the full game is like. The trailer was a bit crazy, wasn't it? I'll just wait until they tell me to do a pit stop. You know, I should lift and coast, shouldn't I, really, into the corners now. Lift. Save some fuel. Not really got enough of the lead though, have I? One mistake's made and it's all over for me, isn't it? Enjoying it nevertheless. You know, it's a shame actually that Codemasters didn't invite us to cover some of the esports. Actually, I would have liked to have covered it. It would have been nice to have been involved, but these games companies, you know, they all have their sort of selected sort of game changer YouTubers and influencers now, and so as we're sort of independent, covering all racing games, we don't always get the access that people think we get. Oh, went down to the wrong gear there. Pace up slowly. Tell you what though, one mistake and it's over, isn't it? Just keeping out of DRS range of Vettel. Get on the brakes hard enough there. Went into the wrong gear.
Your pit window is now open.
Have to concentrate rather than reading your comments at the side. I'm trying to actually read and drive. Okay, here's a question for the viewers. What do you guys think of esports right now? You know, where VVV is concerned, we used to have an esport team. Would you like to see a new VVV esport team? Would you like to see VVV competing, or would you like to see us hold events? Would you like to prefer we held events and did streaming of events? What do you guys think as viewers? Let's get another couple of laps in. Tyres feel good. A little bit less grip, but
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you
what's a box
approach.
for? I quite like these tyres. No, I won't box. Don't tell me what to do. Oh, but Louis, you have to pit. And it's from Valtteri, you know. Valtteri, you have to pit. I'm your manager. No, Toto, listen. I'm the one driving. Of course, gotta have your Toto moment, haven't you? Because Lewis is so quick today and Valtteri, you know, look at him pushing the car. It's good to see, you know, Valtteri on pole position, you know, after like some difficult races. His last two races, he's really sort of worked it out. Interesting how they were. Oh. Okay, so you've got to understand where you can cut, because I was watching the guys racing earlier, cutting some corners quite a lot, and it's really about knowing where you can cut, isn't it? I must remember to pit this lap.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Caution, caution. Okay, clear.
Okay, so working our way around. I've got to remember to pit stop this lap. Got to remember, pit stop. I always forget. Oh, way too quick into that corner. See, I'm thinking about pit stops and I'm forgetting my gears. It's all this talking and streaming at the same time. There's so much going on. I've got no capacity outside of this car. Did a Max Verstappen moment there, getting my wheel on the AstroTurf. First time doing that. There we go. So, driver, we're talking about Driver San Francisco was awesome. Driver San Francisco was great. Yeah, of course I've been following GT Academy for years. I've been at the McLaren World Fastest Gamer last week, which was good. And we got here as well. Box, box, box. Good man, I did, didn't I? Finally boxed.
See these tyres through to the end now.
See these tyres through to the end. Yep. If I was 20 years younger, I'd practice all the time, and I know that if I practice like everyone else does, you get good, don't you? You know, you get setups, and the setups would knock off a second a lap and everything else. But it's just practice, practice. When you're doing esports, it's almost an urge, an addiction to perfection. But when you're actually at the live event, it's altogether different. That's one thing they didn't show, actually. I would like to have seen what viewpoint the guys were driving from. Were they driving from in-car, or were they driving from T-Cam? Because I think it'd be disappointing to know that they were driving from T-Cam. Because I think that's more of a... well, it's more of a cheat, really, because you can see more of the car around you. You can see more of your surroundings and where you're placing your wheels. You know, one of the things about driving from the cockpit is you're limited in terms of your field of view. Of course, these tyres are a bit different, aren't they? Let's get used to that. Got that wrong.
So the gap to our teammate is 13.2 seconds.
Well, I mean, one would expect it to be locked to T-car, but absolutely, I need my engineer. Taze can help me be my engineer, then so be it. Do it. Do it. Just need that on my steering wheel rather than on a screen next to me. I'm in the wrong gear when I'm doing that as well. Not even thinking. Too quick into that corner there. I was trying to carry more speed, but this corner I've not worked out yet. There's definitely more straight line speed if you go through that bollard. Building up a bit of a lead. Hopefully I'll get to lap somebody and use my DRS. Few laps to go. Late on the brakes there. Lap 11. Working our way around. I can't read your comments unfortunately while I'm doing some of this. It's
Of fuel remaining.
well, that's good. 5 laps of fuel. I'm just running on standard fuel, so I don't know how to change the fuel, so that's alright. I got that wrong, didn't I? Trying to do that corner, damaged my car, but that's alright.
Some information on Verstappen. They have some kind of mechanical problem.
Surprise, surprise, Renault having a problem. That's not unlikely, is it, tomorrow? miles away from the corner, and never mind. That's where Nico Rosberg had his big crash. Oh, locked up, 2013. Ah! Oh, damn it. That's where Nico Rosberg had his crash. He's talking and not concentrating. You've got to concentrate on those corners. And a big accident it was too, at the time. But the Mercedes is just so dominant around here, isn't it? It's just so dominant. It'll be great when we've got more competition. You know, for Lewis it's been a very easy year really. I mean, Valtteri hasn't offered the sort of challenge to Lewis that we hoped Valtteri could provide. See, that's something when you're doing a racing, especially like lots of laps, is you always need to concentrate on it. I mean, it doesn't help when you're streaming and talking and all this stuff, but when you're actually racing on your own, you just got to think about every gear, every braking point. Try not to wander. Try not to think, goodness, I need to get a new pint of milk or something, a new loaf of bread. What am I going to have for dinner? None of that really matters when you're actually driving. Because normally on like lap 30 of a full race distance, that's when you think about something and you think, oh, I lost focus for a minute, made an unnecessary unforced error. I'm learning all the time. I mean, every lap here I'm trying different lines and different techniques, and you know, so if I did this race over and over and over again, I'd get better and better and better. Wide there, but that's right.
This is your final lap.
Final lap.
Of the race.
Final lap. And quite wide there, but never mind. That's where Fernando had his flight of awesomeness. Flight of awesome, I'll call it. Back in the Ferrari years ago. That was great to see. God knows what was going through his mind at that point. There we are, end of a race.
Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
That is good. That is good. There he is.
So,
Look,
another
look, you can see
fantastic
Valtteri.
for
So
the
good
Silver
today.
Arrows.
Yeah. So happy.
So,
There he is.
how exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
The difference was clearly in the strategy. You could tell they'd done a lot of work on the pit wall to really optimise each stint and get the most out of the tyres.
There we are.
It
Look at
highlights
the
just how much of a team
happy
sport this
mechanics.
really is. But credit to the driver as well, though. There's no good having a well-oiled machine behind the scenes without a talented
That's on
hand.
second place. Willie Man's
Here
second
are
tomorrow.
our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's
There
a
he
well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
Let's see how this compares to tomorrow's result, shall we? Oh no, we can't
Moving
do
on
that
to
because
the
there'll be a
driver of the
problem.
day, then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Let's have a look at the replay. So, then I can look at some of your comments. And, hold on. Take these off for a minute. So, let's see some of your comments. I hope you've enjoyed the bit of racing here. Now I'm going super wide. Part of that is intentional, because if anybody's like right behind me, I could just go wide and let them spin off on the first corner. Great job, absolutely. P1, that's alright. Do you use racing shoes when playing? So Mad Hatter's asking if I use racing shoes. No, I don't. Socks. Socks are the way forward. I've long been the sock man. And it's good to see it's something that's been picked up by lots of people. Jonathan's mentioning about Milestone, MotoGP adding more. They do need to add more. They need to add a lot more, and so did Rally as well. The Rally really is it's pretty dead. Right, I'm going to get straight back and get myself some more water. Hang on. Here we are then. Let's go through your comments now. No, that's what I say. Socks on racing rigs. You just get a better feel for the pedal. That's the thing with socks on racing rigs. Then I'm watching Nismo Festival Fuji Speedway tonight. No, it's good that it's being streamed, which is good. Otherwise, you guys are just behind the wheel there. Let me move you along a bit. There we go. Can we move you? Yeah, okay. There we are. You had quite a view of the wheel there, didn't you? Lots of wheel in hands. Out of the Renault, from Tanoop says, out of the Renault engine cars, who do you think will come out on top next season? I think, I think it's difficult. So I think it's going to be close between Red Bull and McLaren next year. I think it's going to be a close battle. I think you'd have to say on paper that Red Bull have been using the engine for longer, will understand it better. But I think that Renault will be closer with a works team next year to Red Bull. It remains to be seen if Red Bull get, Red Bull are limited in some way in terms of development at some point. We'll just wait and see with them moving to the Honda engine. And given their criticism and relationship with Renault, I don't know how that affects their customer relationship, but no, I mean, I was just going to say, I think T-Cam driving is fine. I've got no problem with driving T-Cam, just to point that out. I think it's great. I just think that when you're in a esport finals, that there needs to be quite defined rules in terms of the viewpoint. You know, a driver sits in the car, and if you're going to be the best esports driver, I think you should be in the cockpit view. That's I think something that they've not confirmed. Also, a lot of top esport players drive from behind the car because they have a wider view of what's going on around them. You know, that means they've got a lot more than the person who's in the car. It's not even comparable. So I think that's something which needs to be clarified in the rules moving forward. Mar says there's going to be a Dakar game, Alan. What are your thoughts? Classically, you know, cross-country racing games haven't been that great. So it depends who's developing it. You know, we'll just wait and see. It's very expensive developing a good racing game. You can see the replay here of me there on the limit. Oh, not entirely unprofessional, you know, not entirely unprofessional. It looks okay, doesn't it, racing around there? No, I might be slower than the eSport guys, but it's not terrible. And honestly, if there's a Dakar game, I don't know anything about it, if there is one. Dirt Rally 2 will be a dream. I should expect Dirt Rally 2 will be very special. It just needs more locations, really. I'm not as keen on Dirt Rally as a lot of people. I mean, I've actually had a lot of fun on WRC. I think that's a nice combination. There was something about the movement of Dirt Rally that I was never as comfortable with in terms of the handling. Some kind of Toto Schwarzenegger. Yeah, it is for sure, you know, because it's Austrian, isn't it? For sure. I mean, Arnie's a bit more, of course, you know, talking about muscles and being strong, of course, you know, I like to pump, it's good for me, yeah? Of course. Well, just Tin Top Racing says, when are the guys at VP going to join your stream, compete in an online race? It's a bit ad hoc at the moment. And you know, Martin, I'm more of a, you know, Team V4V was an esport team. I was an esport player, so I don't mind doing it online. Kevin's probably esport quality at Rocket League, surprisingly. That's his game that he's really good at. He's less so of an F1 guy. You know, so they're not really esport guys. We don't really have sort of competitive racers, and not everyone's able to do it on stream, on camera straight away. You know, sometimes you can do it on camera, less pressure, do it in your own time. Yeah, Martin likes a lot of the sort of arcade games, and he's playing a lot on his Switch at the moment. He's reviewing a few games on that, so he's got to catch up on that. He's doing the Project Cars 2 review, playing through the one-player mode on that. That's going to be up shortly. We've been holding out on some of it because we were waiting for the patch to come in to commit to the final review, but you know, there's patches after patches, isn't there? It's sort of a never-ending process, so that'll be up any time now. The same with Gran Turismo review. That's been sort of delayed because I know Kevin was looking forward to getting stuck into the championship before reviewing it, you know, to play it what it was really designed for. I'm going to be having a go on Gran Turismo as well, streaming some of that. So you're going to see some of that. And let's see what we've got here. And I just want to thank those of you who've retweeted the stream, by the way. Appreciate that. This gets more people watching, more people involved in the goodness and the action of Abu Dhabi Grand Prix action. So yeah, I enjoyed the stream today. I think it was good fun in its own way. I think as the visuals improve and the physics improve and everything comes together, it's just going to get better and better. You know, they're going to learn from it every year. And I think the replays are great to see. You know, obviously they had a live replay that Codemasters were able to set up. I don't know, I haven't tried that sort of thing. I think that if we were to run our own leagues, I'd need to get someone to figure that out for me. If you do run leagues or you do run streams across YouTube and Facebook, do let me know how it's done, because I'm not an expert of all the tech stuff there. Taze just mentioned the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which is very impressive. Very impressive. Track version is really nice. Yeah, it's Aston. I've always been an Aston Martin fan. I like the old car as much as the new car in different ways. It's got a real modern design touch to it. Actually, that's something I am going to ask Lee about, the designer, at some point, is why the replays on this don't run at 60 frames on the Xbox One X versions. I made that mistake there. Because it would be really great if this ran at 60 frames replays on the console version, on the Xbox console version, Xbox One X. It is. Tin Top's just saying Kevin is watching Rocket League is awesome. It is awesome, and Kevin is excellent at it. Thanks for that. Yeah, absolutely. You know, drop in, watch the streams. They'll appear on the channel afterwards. Mad Hat is asking, what's my opinion on VR? I would say, am I a fan? I am a big fan of VR. I've got a HTC Vive, but I haven't used it in sort of 8 months, so I need to get on it again. I've barely used it this year. I've got to get back on it again. It's just quite clunky to get. You need space, and it's just quite clunky to use. I think that's the problem with VR at the moment. Sometimes I had a really bad moment where I felt a bit unwell using the PSVR a while ago, and it just put me off VR badly for some time. So I need to get back into the VR again. But the HTC Vive is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I do like that. Coming out the pits there, back into the action. Not too bad. Tanups asking there, do you think we'll ever see info go from... Oh, what's happened there? Oh, it's turned off the controller. Tanups asking, do you think we'll ever see the info go from steering wheel to AR, VR in a crash helmet? Yeah, listen, if I could get all the details in my glasses, that would be great. One day we'll add that. But that's still a... Have I got full damage on? I'm not certain. Actually. There is definitely some damage on, so for sure I didn't want to bash the car up too much, hence reversing and continuing when I made that little spin. So, Tasey's asked, do I stream on OBS or Split? Well, actually, I don't know how to yet. I've got to learn how to do that. If I show you guys my setup, just show you guys now. So, I've got 3 screens. So I've got my TV in front of me there, and then I've got you guys chatting there on that screen. And then on this side, I've got my Elgato streaming service, which is what you guys are. I can see what's going on there. So that's kind of my view of the action, which is pretty cool. There we are. Pretty cool. That's the. If I could put this further back. Yeah. We are. Let's just pop you guys back on there, and there we are. That's my setup at the moment. So it's great for triple screen gaming, because when I do the console gaming, it's handy. That's why I'm using the console, is so that I can change the AV on the center screen, but still have the PC either side doing everything else, so I can see what you're seeing and read your stuff. Best use for triple screens since the gaming, really, because the gaming is a bit of a nightmare. So OBS or Split is something I'm going to look into, so that I can eventually do PC streaming, because I don't know how to do that yet. But I don't know how people restream to Facebook, because it'd be really great if I could get these to stream on Facebook as well, and eventually, like I say, do competitions. Okay, so I need those to OBS or XSplit for Facebook. Well, I've got XSplit Premium. I bought it. I just never used it, so that's what we use. XSplit will be the one. So I enjoyed that. Enjoyed a bit of F1. Let's take a look at something else, shall we? Let's continue. So that was escape from that. Bit of that. So that was good fun, wasn't it? We enjoyed a little bit of F1. We enjoyed the stream earlier, and you know, my extreme skills there, obviously, you know, are great fun. And Gordon has asked if some players suffered a crash on the save of the game. I have no idea myself, because I've not saved a game, but yeah, I mean, if anyone knows the answer to help Gordon, I don't know myself. That's something you probably have to ask Codemasters. And what shall we do now? Shall we do? We'll do one little. Just a bit of a time trial, I think. Classic F1 cars. Let's just try Monaco, because Monaco. Let's see how we get on here, and then we'll call it a night, chaps. Put on my hand nappies. God knows where the breaking point is in this. I'm loving the Xbox One X, actually. I mean, it's taken over completely as my main console. My PS4's barely been on since... that's mainly because I play a lot of Star Wars Battlefront 2. I know you guys don't want to see that, but I do like Oh no, the braking's a bit earlier. I do like playing Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's my first time playing Monaco on here actually, and it looks good. Looks good. Goodness, it feels weird when you jump in these cars after having been in the more nimble modern cars. Oh goodness, it's not going to carry as much speed in there as I thought. It's a shame they don't have like old versions of the tracks for the old cars, because frankly Monaco was a lot more difficult in many respects with the barriers so close. Harder on the brake set. It's amazing what setups can do, isn't it? When you get a good setup on a car. Obviously I'm running default, whatever it is here, so damn it. It's so sluggish at turning in comparison. I'm 5,000 in the world, yay! What's the quickest car then in terms of the classic car leaderboard? No idea. Oh, I'm behind my personal best. Oh, blimey. No, that's not it. Now, what are you guys saying there? Let you guys chat amongst yourselves just for a moment. Focus for the next lap. And then I'll be ready to go. Handful, isn't it? Some of these corners. Ah, damn it. Okay, too much speed through there and got that wrong entirely. It's first gear. Not getting traction in second. Amazing. Oh, goodness me. Struggling with these corners. These are the corners where this car is really struggling for some of these. Goodness me, the car nearly lost it through there. That was oh God, having a terrible time. Come on, concentrate now. Done it again, and I trying a different gear. Then I was trying to do it in first rather than second, and then that gave me lots of oversteer. Right, next lap we'll sort it all out. Weird that sort of oversteer you get through that chicane. This lap this time. Come on, sort it out now. I've got to make it realistically Mansell. Channel your inner Mansell when you do. Had to slow right up there. It's not quick at all, but oh God, why is the car just all over the place in the slow corners? Horrible. I wonder what the fastest classic car is though. That's the thing you want to... Because I guess it's one leaderboard for all the classic cars. can see that's a 2004. Is that 2005 Renault ahead of me? That's not bad. Ah, and I went too close. That's fine. That's fine. Let's exit that then now. Edit car and track. Let's try. What do we have here? We've got McLaren, Renault, haven't we? Let's try. Let's just try the McLaren just to see what it's like. Hold on. Did I press the wrong button there or something? Let's try that, just see where we are in terms of speed. Okay, so we've got hello there from Russia as well, and Brazil. Wow, people from all over. Get in there. Hello to everybody. Hello viewers. Okay, let's see how we get on with this car. Completely different speeds. Different field of view as well. I seem to be further away from the car now. Goodness me, it's a different car to drive. So much quicker. So sensitive. Got that completely wrong. The braking points are the same yet different because your entry speed is so high. Look at that, instantly move up 1,000 places just because you're in a different car. I'm not even looking there, but cut too much of the corner. Damn, hate that. Got that wrong, didn't I? Doesn't matter anyway because it doesn't count, but why is it doing that? Why is it doing that through the chicane? It just shouldn't be doing that. It's so frustrating. I'm getting some kind of, not really lifting, so I don't know why it's giving me a form of lift off oversteer. Oh, I've done it again. So frustrating. Ah well, let's just practice a lap. Okay, so that was interesting to drive. That's moved us up again then to 2,000. So we've moved up from 5,000 to 2,000. It's all about, basically, it's all about understanding the speed of every car in this pack. Let's just have a look at a different car and just try and final car. So we've got the Red Bull 2010. Let's just see what the Red Bull 2010 is in comparison. No, Monaco. Just in comparison. And then maybe try a modern car actually as well. But okay, so let's just see how we get on here. So I go to the let's see what we can see. And okay, we'll just finish off with a little bit on here, and then just do a quick flying lap just to see where we are in comparison. Yeah, the field of view definitely seems to be different on the 2008. Oh, again, handle's different. Touch on the wall there, that's a bit of a pain. Quicker. 1,000. Concentrating a bit more now. I just want to push the car a bit more. Got it wrong on the final corner. Pain. Of course there's curves, isn't there, on this car probably. Okay, so you know, gradual improvements there. I think if you keep working on it, you'll get down to the sort of top 500, and then from there you need a setup and you need to know your curves and all that sort of stuff. But let's see, which car is this? This is the Red Bull 2010. It's a fun car to drive, actually. I like this car. Which one's the view change? That one? No. That one? No. Is that curves? No. Just trying to find the what's this one? No. Ah, there we are. So there you go. I mean, viewpoints. It just all looks really nice, doesn't it, on the Xbox One X version. You get such a better view when you're... if you were playing really, I mean, you should be using this view, shouldn't you? Because you get such a wide field of view from this view. You get much better view through the corners. So much more awareness when you're racing. The trouble is the braking points are slightly different when you're not used to this view, so you need to relearn it. But it is easier. Get too close. Because you can see your wheel, you can really place it better now. Especially there, I can't see over the cockpit there, so I was losing time there on every lap. Way behind my personal best there, but that's more down to changing viewpoint than anything. Carrying too much speed. I much prefer it in car, personally. I still think you get more connection to the car inside for me. There's more intensity of the actual driving. It's just plain more realistic, basically. But I think that's it, really. I think I'll have a break now. So I hope you've all enjoyed the stream this evening. A few of you watching now still, even this late on a Saturday evening. What are you doing? Yeah, do let me know what games you'd like to see, or what games you'd like to see me racing and stuff like that. I'll be streaming some more. What I can do on the streams that I haven't done that you'd like to see, and do share these streams as well. Like you say, even when they go up afterwards, do comment on them, share them, like them. You know, it really does support what we do on the channel. We're not the biggest racing channel, but we've got some good quality, I'd like to think. And this week, of course, we've got the World's Fastest Gamer content coming up on the channel as well. But that's it from me for now, viewers. As ever, more soon. You know, that's it. More soon. Bye bye.